All right, I will quickly share my screen and let's begin. All right, so I think I've got a heads up from my team that we are okay to begin. So, again, a formal welcome to everyone who has joined us. I believe we had a stat that we have students from over 35 countries who are here for this webinar today. Very pleased to welcome all of you. And the next few months, years are going to be probably the most exciting parts, of your life. Who are we? Um, I'm one of the founders at Student Circus, and we are a job search platform for international students in the UK, Australia, and Ireland. Our story is quite interesting in a way because I was a former international student myself. So I went to the UK in 2014, did an undergrad and a master's degree. And, for me, um, finding a job had its own set of challenges that came with it, and that's what inspired driven me to start Student Circus. So we were very much a part of this ecosystem. We started Student Circus with an entrepreneur visa on campus, which I think again is a very very exciting, intense story. But we're all about helping international students from all across the globe with their job search, right? And today we are operational in 4 countries. We work with more to update that now with more than 100 institutions across the globe. Uh, every year we touch 500,000 students. We have more than 5,000 employers globally that that we post jobs and opportunities from. Um, our office is located in the heart of London, so we are very much again approachable for the entire community as well. So we'll go on, and what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about um, and it's not only me who's going to be here. We've invited two very exciting people. One is the Student Circus Campus Ambassador, who's a current international student in the UK. And we've got one alumni who has had a very successful career to also share some of her insights with you today. So these are the things that we're going to cover today: part-time jobs, visa sponsorship, graduate timelines, what are employers expecting, and favorite, of course, no session can go complete without networking, right? And as I said, you'll also meet UK alumnus and a current student who's studying there. So, as I said, it's one of the most exciting phases of your life that is going to start very, very soon. Now, what does that mean for you in terms of your career? Is a question that I think every single student has, and we're here to meet some of these. So, one of the things I would say is there's a lot of information that you all have to catch up on. And there is literally no time to waste. So, you need to get involved with student societies, student groups, get to know your university. I know in the form that was for registration, a lot of students said that you don't know which university are you are going to. So, I believe you've all started that research, the courses, what is available at each university, etc. Also, um, anything and everything that you will do when you are at uni is going to matter in the next steps, and we'll tell you how that's going to happen. So the first thing first, I think the largest number of inquiries that we have was around part-time jobs. Well, don't only believe what part-time jobs are that we've seen in movies or seen on Instagram, etc., right? There is not only there are multiple get to a part. Firstly, once the week, I hope you all know that. Please do not overwork those hours. The UK Home Office is quite strict on tracking those as well, right? Hundreds, we have a part-time jobs board on Student Circus as well. My team will put up the link in the chat now. where we have part-time jobs across the UK, different cities, different areas of work, which you can start applying right away. I think the most important thing to know is don't apply for a part-time job with your home country CV. You need to make a CV which is specific for the UK employers and use that CV for applying for these part-time jobs. If you have decided which university you want to go for, I think you can start applying for jobs pretty much any time that you're ready. But the word of caution is do understand the hours of work and the CV, which should be UK specific that you go into apply from, right? Um, and there is no restriction on our part-time job board. You can it's an open job board for offer holders, so you can pretty much use your personal email ID also to apply. So why do part-time jobs matter? When I was a student myself in the UK, the first reason was, of course, I would love to manage my own expenses on my own. That's the first reason any student would get into a part-time job. But the second is actually more important. Any skill that you gain through a part-time job will matter a lot for the jobs that you apply, for full-time with employers in the UK. So by experience, I can tell you in the UK, no job is big or small. Even if you've worked as a barista or as a bartender or in logistics or in hospitality, you will gain certain skills. So once you land, the first word that you hear from a lot of people is transferable skills, which is what skill have you gained in terms of leadership, adaptability, teamwork, crisis management, all of these things through the job that you have done. So even if you worked part-time as a barista, you have been customer facing, you have done prompt deliveries, your execution has been very strong. There's been consistency you're making, which is a very, very important thing to do. So you could look at there's any structured roles or even as unstructured roles, where you're working locally or in a nearby business. Um, my advice, as I've put down here, is don't chase the roles in your field only when you're looking for part-time work. Not every company is going to offer. Companies might offer flexible working hours, but when you look at part-time roles in specialized work, it can get difficult. So the first thing is start wherever you get the opportunity. That is what matters. So that brings us to our first speaker, who is Sanjay. Sanjay, do we have you here? There he is. So Sanjay is our student circus ambassador and one of the top performing ambassadors, in fact, from the University of Huddersfield. He's been with us for almost a year, if I'm not wrong, and he's
Um,
done some and he's done fantastic, amazing review from his university he's done. This is, in a way, the part-time opportunity that he took up. So over to you, Sanjay. Do you want some 200 plus students who are coming to the UK, what it's going to be like, and what should they be looking forward to?
yes. First of all, Tripti, thank you so much for inviting this important session. Yes, I mean, there are a lot of things I'm supposed to say before I start. I would just quickly introduce myself. My name is actually Sanjay Kumar, and right now I'm doing masters in international business at University of Huddersfield London campus, and I'm also working as a student ambassador at Student Circus as well. So, first, as part-time jobs are written, and student circus ambassador role is actually a part-time job. So I got this job through the university career team. I mean, they invited specific founder Dhruv to the campus, and we got to know that how student circus is actually helping international students. And he mentioned that uh, you can also be part of that family, a part of that student circus through their student ambassador program, which I visited their website specifically, and it's very easy to apply. I mean, if you're an international student and quickly looking for any part-time role, I would highly recommend to join a student circus as a student ambassador. Well, there are a lot of benefits. It's an easy process. You have to just fill the application form and you have to follow the basic guidelines. So I have joined them in back in October, and after that, there's no stop. I have learned a lot of things, especially. I mean, there are a lot of myths. There are a lot of challenges often international students face with their studies regarding the part-time job. But after joining the student circus, first of all, there are a lot of benefits, but one of them is networking opportunities, which is very, very important. I guess often the students lack at networking because coming in UK is having a very good, strong working, which is very, very important. So through students, I often got opportunity to visit a lot of universities for the career events, for the employment sessions, for the webinars. So that has given me an opportunity to network with the career teams, with university career teams, with other international students, how they are looking their jobs, how they are applying for the jobs, what are the things they are missing. So through that, I had a brilliant opportunity for the networking. Second important thing is it's all about the growth. I mean, it has helped me in my personal growth. I mean, it has built my own personal brand. It given me an opportunity to show that how I can actually lead and how I can transfer my skills to the market. Third important, it also helped me to lead to build a certain form of innovations and creativity as well, because being part of a student circus, I often have to make certain form of content. I mean, I have to make certain form of video, or sometimes I have to make certain form of PowerPoints, or sometimes I have to take pictures or something to discuss with the international students from different perspective. So yes, innovations, content creation, this is a very good opportunity in UK as well. So other than that, the most important thing, it's a paid opportunity, which is also a huge benefit. It's a paid opportunity for the international students. And other than that, as I mentioned, that career and development opportunities are there because you regularly meet with the university career teams. So they advise you from different perspective. They give you feedback on your resume, and eventually it overall lead to boost your confidence, boost your commercial awareness, which is very, very important because lots of students does not have that form of knowledge, that how we should apply, how we should proceed, at what sectors we should apply. As you have also mentioned as well, that normally people believe that part-time is all about doing random jobs or something. There are a lot of part-time jobs available which are in proper sectors as well. I mean, you can work in hospitality, you can work in other areas, and it's available on student platform. So yes, I mean, right now my experience is going very good, fantastic with the student circus. It helped me a lot. It growed my own brand, and it boosted my confidence. It's boosted my commercial knowledge about the industry, and lot of things learned. But the top thing is about networking,
Amazing.
which is, I guess, one of my big asset, I would say.
Brilliant. So I think, Sanjay,
Yes.
are you on campus right now?
Yes, I'm at campus right now.
Wonderful. So what is the next thing that you're hoping to achieve after, this part-time opportunities? What's the next step in your career?
Okay, so definitely I'll be looking for the proper graduate rules, specifically roles that are available on the student circus as well. After completing my degree, I have learned a lot of skills that I mentioned,
Mm,
networking, CV building, and all that. So that is eventually going to lead to build my career in the graduate routes. I will
wonderful.
applying for consulting roles, for the management roles, for a proper job.
Perfect. So if any of you
Yeah.
have questions around experience while applying. He's not got a job right now, but he will be applying. So if you have any questions related to part-time work opportunities on campus or just life general in the UK, I think Sanjay would be the
Yes.
best person to go to as well.
Yes. I just want to add something as well. Through the student circus, through the all confidence and all that, I got the part-time job as well, other than the student circus as well, which is also in my professional field, which is a teaching role.
Oh, wonderful. So you're doing two
Yes.
part-time
This
jobs. right now, technically.
Yes, yes. This is also through the student circus as well. Through the
We're
motivation, through
so
the
happy.
networking, I met with a lot of peoples. So it boosted my overall image and all that. Yes,
Great. So I think we did not bring in Sanjay to only talk about student circus, but to tell you all that these are the kind of opportunities that one will lead to the other in the fields that you want to get. The first job is never going to be your dream job, but it's
exactly.
important to do something as the first step to eventually reach where you want to. And I think one of the messages, Sanjay, I think we should all be giving students here is despite what popular media tells you, despite what you see on Instagram, there are jobs. There are jobs
Yes,
available. You will be able to build a career. Don't let anyone tell you that it's impossible or it is difficult anywhere, right?
yes.
But like you heard from Sanjay, he's got two part-time jobs now. That's incredible.
Yes, it's all about the execution. Don't look what is right now going in the market and all that. It's all that you have to create your own profile and all that. Look at the executions, as you have earlier mentioned as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sanjay. I think we'll go on with the presentation. You're most
Yes,
welcome to stay with us, of course,
thank you
and
so much.
contribute.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on, as I said before, we work with thousands of employers. What do they really expect in the UK? So I can tell you one thing for sure, guys. When you're coming from your home country, wherever in the world you are, to the UK, that expectation for an employer will differ, right? It's very different job market culturally, what they want to look for. So, what do they expect? What do they tell us? We talk to the top recruiters in the UK. What do they tell us? They want someone who is good in academics. You don't have to be excellent or in the top, leagues, but you have to have a decent academic profile. Um, which gives you those basic academic principles. More importantly, you need to have these transferable skills. Are you communicating? Is your English good? You are coming to an English speaking country to work. You need to have a baseline good level of English, teamwork, adaptability. I think international students in general have plenty of transferable skills. You've made it from one country to the other to work and study. I mean, that is immense amount of adaptability and problem solving and initiative that you have taken. See how you can put it into your application. So in the UK, employers love a formal application. It could be, as long as 5 to 6 steps sometimes, but anything that you can put in an application is highly regarded, whether it's your part-time work, even if you have experience from your own home country, put it on your CV. It is valuable. A lot of students ask us, oh, I have work experience from, my home country, Nigeria. Should I put it on my CV? 100% yes. Anything you do in societies, internship, even volunteering, these all help you get those transferable skills, which employers absolutely love in the UK, right? Um, Now, from picking up from what Sanjay was saying about networking, the best thing you can do for yourself is to start networking even before you arrive at university, right? So, before you arrive, events like these are a great place to start. You can start networking with student circus, Sanjay, the speakers coming next in line, our team members, etc., or people who are going to the same university. So we have actually this year started a student circus community on WhatsApp, which you all can join. So we will share the link very shortly, where all the offer holders coming in 2026 to the UK can join and start networking with each other. So before you come in, join offer holder groups. We'll share the link shortly. Connect with students and alumni like Sanjay who are here, from your own university as well on LinkedIn. Attend, these kind of events. And please, please, please start creating your LinkedIn profiles. And we'll tell you how to start doing that as well. Now, when you go to university, the first thing you should be doing is go join the clubs and societies that you're interested in. I'll tell you a very random thing. There were even things like, treasurer of a Pokemon society when I went to the university. So it could literally be anything that is of interest to you. It doesn't have to be just academic. If you're excited about chess or a sport, if you're excited about a game, pretty much anything, entrepreneurship, finance, there is going to be a society for one. If you don't find the society, the best thing you can do is start a society of your own. It's very, very simple to do that on campus as well. Attend career fairs. Just a quick note, career fairs in the UK is not equal to hiring on spot. So, of course, go nicely dressed, but don't expect employers to interview you on the spot. Career fairs are a networking opportunity for you to meet employers and understand what they are going to offer when you go to university. Now, build connections through part-time jobs and internships. I have heard of so many stories, including Sanjay's, that one part-time job led to another and to an internship and to a full-time job, and then eventually a ILR and a passport, right? So these are you can't skip to the last step in first go. Some people do, but a large majority start and you go up the ladder. Stay connected with classmates and alumni. I mean, I'm so happy to say that as a UK alumni, I have friends in pretty much every country that I can think of. And that's such an amazing thing when you want to travel or when you have work. It's one of the strongest swoops. That also sweeps into building your personal brand. So, LinkedIn is probably the first places you start with. It's very popular in the UK. Everybody looks at your LinkedIn profile before hiring you, after hiring you. Even if you send me a connection request today, I will probably look at how active are you on LinkedIn before even accepting your request. So here's a quick our team put together four things that you can do immediately. Add a professional photo, write a strong headline and bio, update your education, and showcase your projects. Please understand that every human wants to hire another human. So, storytelling, your personal brand is a big part of why someone will hire you, right? Now, I thought it'd be nice to do something around making your first LinkedIn post today. So, what we'll do is we will take a quick picture um, and we'll share the screenshot of that in the chat. Is that okay, team? Are we okay to do that? Yeah. So we'll take a picture of all the participants actually who are joining us through a quick screenshot and the panelists. So Drishti,
Could you
Sanjay,
please have your videos on so that we can have all of you on the video and it will be such a cheerful picture for our LinkedIn post? Thank you so much, Rishti.
No problem. Trupti, you're on mute.
sorry. So we have a screenshot now of the webinar. We're excited to see how many of you post about it to say that you are going to start your study abroad journey in the UK. So we will share it in a bit after tiny bit of editing. Moving on, while our team does that. Visas. I know all of you who are here today would love to know more about the visa system. What does it mean? How to get a skilled worker visa, etc., etc. At this point, because you're only about to start your journey, there are three main visas you should know about. Also, just a disclaimer, I'm not a visa advisor, so I cannot advise you on your, or our team cannot advise you on your visa situation, but we can give you a generalist overview on what these look like. So the student visa, which you are all going to come on, is going to be valid for your course duration and you can work for 20 hours a week. during term time and 40 hours when there is no term time. What does that mean? If there is no term time, meaning you are on vacation period, you can work full time. But when you are in your term, you can only work for 20 hours. Then you go on to a graduate route or the post study work visa. Now, that is optional. Let's say you find a job which gives you a work visa, which is the skilled worker, right after university. You don't have to get on the graduate route visa. You can straight away go to skilled worker. Of course, it is great to get that extra time. So most of you will have the opportunity and get on the graduate route visa as well, where you can stay and work after graduation. Personally, I'm very jealous because I did not have this option when I was studying. But you have 2 years to 18 months, work for any employer, no restrictions. And then the skilled worker visa, which is the work visa, where you need a sponsorship from an eligible company, which will last up to 5 years and is a pathway for a long term settlement. Now, on Student Circus job search platform, what we do is we filter the jobs from employers for which you can get a work visa to work in the UK. But there are other routes available as well. High potential individual, innovator founder visa, which I was on for anybody who wants to start their business, please come talk to me. We are all very happy to assist you with that as well. But the innovator founder visa is a great pathway. The global talent visa as well. These come later on, less popular, but students do get onto these. Other than the top three that you know. Um, Before we welcome Drishti, just a quick thing. You can access Student Circus as a platform once you are at university with your university email ID. So we work with almost all the universities in the UK who will be giving this service to you for free. So you will be able to, this is just a quick screenshot of all the things that you are going to get: a CV builder, immigration guidance. You will going to earn badges, country guides, job search boards, everything. So please wait before you get to university, only then you can use the platform, right? And one of our alumni speakers is here now. Hi, Drishti, welcome to the session.
Hi, Trupti. Thank you so much.
So Drishti was at the University of Kent, where she did a master's, and then she went on to work at Amazon. And I'm sure there is plenty other touch points in her journey which she would love to tell about. But this is a brief intro. Welcome, Drishti. Would love to know your thoughts for people who are going now to study to the UK.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everyone. My name is Drishti Mehra. I completed my MSc in Digital Marketing and Analytics at Kent Business School back in 2024. Um, and I most recently worked at Amazon Ads as a campaign and creative manager. So, talking a bit more about Amazon, I joined on a 6-month contract. I got approached by a recruiter on LinkedIn, and I almost thought it was a scam, to be honest, but I applied regardless. And next I know, I had my big break. So I did hours of research on the interview style, wrote answers, practiced them for hours. And so definitely, yes, would highly agree with that. Build a personal brand, and because you never know where your next opportunity actually comes from. Um, a little bit insight on the hiring process for Amazon and other, honestly, any other company in the UK would be it, all almost all of them include an online assessment. Um, and these are not the ones that we used to have in India where you can just chat GPT stuff. These are like personality assessments. There is no right or wrong answers. This is more on like how you work as a person and like how do you deal with situations. So there is no right or wrong answers. There's no like, oh, you got 5 out of 30 marks. There's nothing like that. So online assessment followed by HR interview. And for Amazon, they have final loop interviews, which is like back to back hours of like 4 or 5 interviews. For other companies, it's mostly like you have an interview with, let's say, the manager or maybe like the founder if it's a smaller company. Um, a lot of students focus entirely on applications and only think about the interview preparation once they have an interview invitation. But I personally would recommend doing both at the same time, because one of the most effective things I did was, in terms of interview prep, was record myself answering interview questions. It could be like my introduction as well, but I would watch the recordings back and identify areas of improvement, because no matter how lovely you look on CV, it all comes down to how you articulate your experiences and how you talk about yourself and how you sell yourself to every other employer that you talk to. So I did that again and again. And trust me, it feels very, very, very uncomfortable at first, but it really helped me improve the way that I communicate my experiences. I structure my answers more clearly, and I've become confident talking about my achievements because, yes, like I know all of us are very used to being humble, but that's not what employers want. They want to see every part of you that shines. So I think by the time the interviews for Amazon arrived, I wasn't trying to figure out what to say for the first time. I had already spent weeks, actually months, practicing how to articulate my experiences. And especially for Amazon, I relied heavily on my experiences from my university roles, my volunteering experiences, my previous internships that I did in India before moving to the UK, and other professional experiences that I'd built over time. So, and especially like, I think the biggest challenge wasn't necessarily like the interview or the application. It was navigating a highly competitive job market as an international student, because of course rejections are a part of the process and everyone experiences them. So I think what helped me was focusing more on continuous improvement rather than individual outcomes, that, oh, I applied to this job, I got rejected. No, like if you're gonna think like that, it's game over. So don't do that. um, every application teaches you something. It taught me something. Like every interview is an opportunity to become better and refine your approach. You know what to do in the next interview because something that you did in this interview went wrong. And I know it's very heartbreaking in the moment, but in the long term, you'll see, like it all falls into place. You'll see. It over time, all of these small improvements compound, definitely. And yes, of course.
I was just going to say, rejections. I'm glad you touched on that, Drishti, because I think that's such a big part of being an international student as well.
100%.
And I just put it in the chat. Don't take them as rejections. They're just redirections. Honestly,
Yes.
the maybe the 200th job you will apply for, you get it. But you have to reach that 200 job. So it's a lot of
Yes.
persistence as well. And I think, won't you agree, Drishti, like UK as a community for international students is very supportive. Like there are plenty of people to help out at any step. You just have to ask for help. I think that's a big part
Yes.
of the communication side you need to develop, right?
100%. I think you get what you actually have the courage for. So approach people. Like, I know it's very difficult and you have to put yourself out of your comfort zone, but one approach might turn into, I don't even know, like a next referral. So don't be shy of approaching people and talking to them. Don't think with the mindset of like, oh, I'm just building this relationship because there's something that I need from this person. No, it's called networking. You're trying to build relationships. You're trying to get together a community amongst yourself of people who are supportive and who would actually, be sort of kind of peer mentors in that scenario. And one thing that I cannot emphasize enough is starting early. I did not, but I know people who had jobs, they had graduate jobs, they had sponsored jobs right out of university. And these are my friends. I'm not talking about like random people on the numbers board that universities board. I'm talking about people that I know personally who I used to live in the same flat with. So it's not impossible, 100%. And many, many companies recruit in advance and opportunities fill in quickly. So by the time you start looking for it when you're graduating, they already have people. So if you take anything away from my like speech or whatever you call it, I would say take these actionable steps away from it. um these will ensure that you'll make the most of university, like most of the time at a university. Your next few months would look like this. Like if you're looking for a part-time job, start applying in July and August of this year before you come to the UK, because a lot of universities, they have their roles open, like not just in terms of like grocery stores or like restaurant jobs, but I'm talking about like student content creator roles, student ambassador roles. And these are really nice for you. one of the best experiences I had was as a student content creator at Kent. So every university has a jobs portal. Student Circus has their own portal. So I think make use of everything that you have. September, you should, as soon as you come here, set up a call with your university career counselor, redo your CV, make it up to UK standards, and from September to November, start getting your graduate scheme applications in, because this is the best time, especially if you're on a 1 year course. This would be relevant if, like, this wouldn't be very relevant if you're on a 2 year course, but if you're on a 1 year course, definitely start doing that as soon as you're here. And check if your university has a career scheme. Mine had like a point scheme, which was basically like how many webinars you attend, how many workshops you attend, you get like 10, 20, 30 points. Or let's say you are working in a society, as you know like a treasure or something. So you would get points allocated on the basis of that. And from those, towards the end of the year, you get 4 week internships, 6 week paid internships, like 2 week work experiences. And I got a 2 week work experience at the biggest, like one of the biggest gaming events in London. So I would say be very, very proactive. And after that, once you have done this whole chase of like graduate schemes, I would say get in a comfortable rhythm of applying to like 1 to 2 jobs each day. From that then onward, don't rely on just doing it at the very end. Like start early so that your applications are not going to be perfect, so you'll need time to actually make good applications.
And those
So
initial mistakes are so important as well, right, Drishti, to
yes,
understand what is
yes.
actually needed in an application. It will take that, you give your self chance to make those errors, I believe.
Yeah, you'll get like the first 5, 10 applications, you'll get instant rejections, and then you'll be like, okay, we need to change something within my CV. Okay, I need to change something in, let's say, this application that I wrote down, of like, why do you want to join us? Those questions, even though they seem irrelevant to you, they matter a lot to companies. So you answer them, how you portray yourself, your personality, it matters a lot, to be honest. Um, People who are getting to like who are looking to get work in the UK for just the 18 months and they don't want to get sponsored, I think a hack, if you would call it, it would be to get contract roles, because A, they do not need visa sponsorship. So it takes off the edge that the local candidates have over you. So it all comes down to your application, and not like it doesn't get attached to visa or anything. So that's one thing. And the other thing, usually they would pay a little higher than regular roles because it's a short time span. So, and it also doesn't bind you to one role for the entirety of your 18 months. So I would say that's one thing for the people who are not looking to get sponsored and just want to like have a good experience and then maybe go back to India and settle there. For the people who are looking to get sponsored, please, please, please don't worry if you get instant rejections, and do not lie on that question where it asks you like, do you want to get
Are you
sponsored?
eligible
Yeah, you're
to work in
eligible.
the
Yeah, please, please do not lie there. If a company is instantly rejecting you on the basis of that criterion, take it optimistically. It means
move on to
it's
the next, right?
yeah,
Move on to
exactly.
the next.
It just means that you're better off applying to the next company instead of spending time on the whole process of this one. And at the end, you know that they don't, and you get to know that they don't sponsor visas, which doesn't make sense. So, yeah. And the biggest lesson from my journey is to use every weapon in your arsenal. So, as Tripti mentioned, a lot of students think only experiences directly related to your degree matter. That isn't the case. That isn't true in any way, shape, or form. Um, while studying, I worked on campus in my student union as a student voice assistant. I later worked as a student content creator, and these experiences gave me valuable UK experience, work experience, professional references, and these are all the examples that I used in my interviews in Amazon and other interviews that I gave. But some of the experiences that helped me secure opportunities after the university weren't even from marketing. So, for
Yeah.
example, like I was working as a part time, like right out of university, I started working as a part time teaching assistant in schools, which I think is also another part time role that you would be like interested in looking at, because it's like you get paid well and you're a teaching assistant. So there's like I'd say it's a good job to have, especially with the transferable skills that you get in the job. So I honestly on my CV I used two experiences that I'd completely forgotten about. I used to work as a assistant dance teacher in my dance studio when I was in India. So I used that experience and as my reference as well. I literally had to contact my dance teacher from like 10 years ago to ask her like, can you please refer me for this role? And then another one is that I used my school teacher. Imagine, oh my God. I used my school teacher as my reference because I used to basically teach underprivileged students when I was in ninth or 10th standard, imagine, in the Delhi Literacy Project. So these experience you can't even find on my LinkedIn. Like nobody knows about them, and I used them and I got the job. So I would say sometimes the experiences that you overlook are the ones that employers find most valuable. So don't dismiss opportunities just because they're not directly related to your target
Linked.
industry.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is, I think you've pretty much summarized what we were going to do in our final slide as a
Oh,
checklist.
oh
So
no.
that's amazing. That tells us that we all are, who've been through the journey are thinking on the same lines as well.
Exactly.
And, these are the things that we can tell you guys as tips and tricks before you even begin your journey. A lot
Yeah.
of people, Drishti, who were here in the webinar, have not even chosen their university. So they hold offers from 3 or 4 universities, and they're here to know about jobs even before they understand which university to go
Yeah.
to. So these are the things, which will to help you all to get one step ahead. But thank you so much, Drishti. Just conscious of the time here.
Yeah.
I know we can go on and on
Of
the
course.
entire session, but thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your time from your busy schedule to talk to, the students here. And I hope that we can all stay connected with Drishti as well.
Of
If you have
course.
any questions, please do let us know. And
Yeah.
I'd like to, sorry, go on, Drishti. Do you have any
I
final
was just
comments?
saying, the final comment that I have is please make the most of your time because this is a life-altering journey. You're gonna come out as a different person than what you went in. So have the most of it. Please balance time like don't just work all the time
Yeah.
or don't just have fun all the time. I think there's a good balance that you need to strike here as an independent individual and an adult in the UK. So just have so much fun, go for all of those events that happen on campus, and like go to day trips, have the most fun and have
What's the
the best
Drishti,
time.
what's the one day trip you would recommend? What's your favorite?
Canterbury, 100%, it's lovely.
It is, no doubt. I've been and it's beautiful. Uh, I think the most fun thing I have done in the UK was take a 3-day cycling trip to the southernmost point and just explore all the cycling highways. I never thought in my life I
Wow.
would do that.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
but but these are, as you're right, we're talking about jobs on a daily basis, but we forget about how exciting these experiences can also get. When you're an international student.
Yes, 100%. Like, it's a new country. There's so much that you don't know. Like, in terms of cuisine, in terms of like going out, there's so much. And you'll meet so many nice people. Like, I have friends from different parts of like the world, which is insane to me because I couldn't even think about it when I was in India. So, yeah.
I want to go back to uni again after hearing all this.
It's
Um,
the best time. Best
It is the best time. I agree. I agree. I know. I think all this nostalgia can help us go to the final bit actually. And Drishti, you're most welcome to stay and kind of talk through this as well. You already said something about graduate schemes, right? So I'll quickly share my screen for also the word that daunts a lot of students, graduate schemes. What are they? What do you do about them? So, for anyone who is going for their post grad, especially master students, please listen to this. If you are going for your post grad, graduate schemes would be the first application cycle that you experience in your job search. Please do not miss them. Grad schemes in the UK are basically the biggest intake of freshers or people with experience starting their jobs in multiple employer in positions in companies. So A grad scheme would typically start before you land. So August to December before Christmas is where the maximum number of employers in the UK are hiring candidates like you and sponsoring candidates like you, right? So this is a set application, there's an intake window. These grad schemes could be 12 to 36-month long. Um, and they essentially go on a rotating basis as well. The application process, some of the words that Drishti used, assessment center, psychometric testing, these are the steps involved in a graduate scheme. It's too early for us to, get into the nitty-gritties with you all, but just be mindful of these timelines that as soon as you set your foot on campus, go visit your career service and find out about graduate schemes, how to apply, the CVs you want to make, etc. You will also find graduate roles alongside, which are more rolling as well. And even if you have 2 to 3 years of experience, you can still get on a graduate scheme. So don't feel that only freshers can get on grad schemes. It is for anyone and everyone who is starting their employment journey in the UK, right? Uh, Anything that you want to add?
No, I would say like all of the universities, they have so many like for these psychometric tests and assessment centers, they have a lot of like mock tests. So
Yeah,
use those resources, like they're available online as well, and like you'll have so many webinars and workshops on this. So just be very proactive in like attending those sessions, because there's no harm in going in a 1 hour session. You'll definitely come out learning one thing or two new in that session.
100%. 100%. All right. And then the final checklist. I think most of this we've covered multiple times. Internships, part-times, projects, everything matters. Research the industries and employers, attend career fairs. I'll just go back to the second one. Researching employers is a very important part of your application in the UK. The moment you cut, copy, paste an application or a CV, that's where your application goes into the rejection pile. So employers in the UK, companies in the UK love that you make a customized application for each one of them. It is time consuming, but instead of applying for 500 jobs, apply for lesser and do good quality applications. That's what they want to see. Build your LinkedIn profile. So we are going to share the picture in the group now, for your first LinkedIn post. Um, Make sure your LinkedIn profile is updated before you land. Which university are you studying? Your experiences beforehand. You start posting. Um, don't take it like, oh my God, I need to post. What should I do? Start commenting, start connecting with people. It will be a natural process for you to be active on LinkedIn and understand your visa options and recruitment timelines. Now, that again is different for an undergrad student versus a postgrad or a master's or someone going on foundation, right? So this is your final checklist. We'll just do these 5 myths that a lot of you are already asking us in the chat here. The first one is my university will help me place into a job. Big no. Your university will help you have the best profile, practice your interviews, mock tests, everything. But unlike a lot of, our home countries, the universities in the UK do not hand you a job on a platter. They will help you get the best experience to put in an application and, kind of do your story, personal brand, etc. But they can't give you a job. I'll get a job at a career fair. Myth two. You might, but it's not a job fair. It's a networking event. So universities expect you and employers expect you to network with people. Myth number three. I need to wait until my final year to get a job. Please don't do that, guys. You don't need to wait until your final year in the UK. You can start applying for jobs as soon as you land, right? Especially if you're a master's student. Undergrads, you can start applying for internships, part-time, volunteer opportunities, right? Myth number four, only work experience matters. Not at all. We already have it heard from Drishti and Sanjay. Literally, all of the different experiences that you have outside of class, outside of your workplace, will have same weightage. Um, Myth number 5, international students can't compete. Not sure, not sure why our team would think that as a myth. Of course, you can. It's one of the most, I mean, we already spoke about transferable skills. As an international student, you've already inbuilt those by crossing the seas, getting there to a completely unknown territory, and yet having to do, the best of your potential. So, definitely some of the myths that I think we could uh, avoid. As a thank you for all of you to attend and give your time here today in this webinar, we are going to be sending you. So, this is just a surprise element from our team. We're going to be sending you plenty of resources in your email if you have attended the webinar. So, you are going to get a UK style CV, which you can basically get a reference from companies that sponsor you in the UK, a LinkedIn starter playbook to help you start your LinkedIn profile, the graduate recruitment timelines that we spoke about, a guide for sponsorships and visas, and a UK career blueprint, which will tell you more about the UK job market and how to get through to applications. So please expect these in your inbox today. And a massive thank you for to all the speakers here, to the Student Circus team. This is the first time we did a free offer holder webinar, and this was just our genuine, innocent effort to make sure that all of you here who are going to the UK understand how excited we are to help you and understand, what this journey is going to look like. There's lots of exciting things that are coming in next, and we'd love to be a part of this journey. So thank you so much for trusting us and giving us the time today. Before you leave, please scan this QR for your feedback. Once we get your feedback, we will be sending you the free career resources, which will help your career journey before you even come in. And the LinkedIn, the WhatsApp group is active. We've got plenty of students who already joined it. My phone is buzzing nonstop since the last 1 hour. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, our email ID is here on the screen. You can take a screenshot of this, fill the feedback. We'll get back to you with the email for resources. And I hope we've helped you all today, answered your questions. I think we had a lot of our team members constantly replying. We can put the WhatsApp link again in the group here. So thank you so much and wish you guys all the best. We will see you once you are on campus in the UK. Um, I do see that we have some hands raised. Um, we can have, we can allow you to talk if you have a question. There are 5 attendees who have their hands raised. We have enabled your mics. If you want to unmute yourself and ask questions, you can now. I'm not sure if you can see. Your mics are now active. You can unmute and ask a question. Can you resend the WhatsApp link in the chat, please? I will close my screen share. Hopefully, all of you have taken a screenshot and scanned the QR. Yash, I'm not sure if you can
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
us. Oh, there you go. Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
you have your hand raised. Is there anything we can help you with?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, as I said, like I've discussed with ma'am, and she was like, okay, fine to getting rejections because like 25 days ago, I just arrived in the UK for my master's in
Okay.
project management. So it was with
Okay.
internship. Now, yesterday, I got one like a big bomb from my professors that with internship, so it would be like you have to find the internship by yourself. They'll just help me out, as you discussed before. And I
Yep.
was like, man, how would I find internship? Because if I don't get internship within this December, my internship year will be cancelled to 2027. Like first, I would be graduating 2028, but now I will be graduating 2027. So that
But you
made me
will,
like,
yeah. You
so
will,
that was
but
the
but
thing.
you have time. You have more than 6 months. Why do you've
Yes,
been in
ma'am,
the
I
UK
have.
for 25 days and you already
Ma'am,
feel you
I'm
can't?
applying rigorously. I'm applying like
But
hell. You
please make
won't
sure,
like.
Yash, please make sure that out of desperation, you're applying and focusing on quantity. Please focus on the
Mhm.
quality of your applications. I would
Yes, ma'am.
urge you
Like
for that.
for
Go to your
each and
careers.
every application, I'm making different kinds of CV for that particular application because, like, from when I came here, I'm applying to different restaurants, five-star restaurants, hotels, and cafes, and like every stuff. So, like, I just made something 2025 CVs as per the different JD and role. So
Okay.
I'm applying like that. So
which
that's
which
the
I
thing.
think is a yeah, I think that's a good start, but don't decide already, I would say in your head that oh I'm not going to get something. You've only begun your journey, and there are so many things you need to explore: networking, speculative applications. The
Exactly,
internships are
ma'am.
going to open up very, very soon,
Yeah.
and they've already started. Part-time work, working on campus, so like you've not even scratched the surface yet, I would say. So I love how you are so energetic already, and you're willing to put yourself out there. What I would recommend is explore all of these possibilities also one by one, right? Don't only rely
Yes,
on
ma'am.
jobs that you see open and hiring. And also, please make sure if you are applying on LinkedIn with the easy apply, it's better to
Mhm.
go to the company website and check if the company is actually hiring.
Because ma'am, like as I said, like actually I don't have experience in my
That's
home
fine.
country except my family business because like I was handling my father's business from like past 10 12 years, handling the operations because like we were having laundries business. So like you can understand like all the operation stuff and restaurant things,
So
clothes
that's
and
okay.
all.
I
So like
mean, 10 years
yeah.
of handling your own business accounts for a lot of skills um, that you might have gathered. So, it doesn't
Exactly,
matter
yeah.
if you don't have a work experience, as in a formal employment experience, right? Any experience, trust me, in the UK or anywhere that you go to study abroad is considered worthy. There's a lot at stake, a lot of risk taking capacity that you have being a business owner. Um, just talking out of
Yeah,
experience, which you want to put on, and happy to have a separate conversation. You can reach out to our team. Which university do you go to?
ma'am, I just got enrolled in London South Bank University, ma'am, which is in Southwark
Okay.
campus, main London.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So again, go to your university career staff. They will show you plenty of resources again with like student circles and more, which will
Mhm.
help you instantly with your job search.
Yes, ma'am, I will. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much,
ma'am,
Yash.
for
Thank you
taking
so much
this
for attending.
seminar.
My
I
pleasure.
really got motivated now. Yeah, thank you.
Very good, very good. That's what we wanted. All right. I'll formally close this session for today. Thank you again for your time, everyone. Any follow-up questions can please go on to hello@studentcircus.com, and we will be more than happy to assist you. Thank you for joining us.